All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to W7 Live. We are here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The West Bend West Spartans make their trip up to visit the Cardinals of Fond du Lac in a little non-conference action. The Spartans out of the North Shore, 8-8 this year, 7-4 overall, coming off a 14-4 win over Whitefish Bay on Thursday. Fond du Lac Cardinals out of the FVA, just 5-8, 2-7 in the very tough FVA this year. Their last contest was a setback against a very good Kaukauna team earlier this week. Last night's game against Kimberly was rained out in talking to coach before the game. Working on a scoreboard here for you, so we have that up and going when the game starts. In the circle for Fond du Lac today will be their ace, number 10, Morgan Flaherty. Start the game off for the Spartans will be their catcher, number 20, Maya Buskey. Alrighty, we are set to go here. First pitch in Fond du Lac from Flaherty is a strike right on the inside corner. That one fouled back out of play over our heads. Very nice accommodations here in Fond du Lac. As Gary knows, a little treacherous uphill climb to the upper deck here in the press box, but very nice nonetheless. One ball, two strikes. The count to Buskey. Just a bit outside, Blue says. That one line shot in the right field just over the second baseman's head. Buskey very aggressive out of the box, takes two on that. Following Buskey at the plate is shortstop number 18, McKenna Gish. Rips one foul down the third base line there. Evens the count at 1-1. Two balls, one strike here to Gish. Fouled back off the fence. So Flaherty works back, ties it up, and count 2-2. Nobody out here, just in the early going here in Fond du Lac. Runner at second for the Spartans is Maya Buskey. Gish in the box, 3 balls, 2 strikes to her. She rips one right up the middle. It's going to be fielded by the center fielder. So Ava Thalen comes to the plate for the Spartans. Runners first and third, nobody out. Little trouble brewing here for the Cardinals in the early going. She rips one down the left field line. That one is going to be one hops the fence. Two runs come in to score here for the Cardinals. Sorry, for the Spartans. Set the pitcher for the Spartans. Sandopak rips one in the left center field. Boy, Spartans got off the bus this morning. They are ready to hit. So now first and third for Hahn, center fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike to her. She takes that on strike 2. Now second and third for Hahn. Ball 2 upstairs. Hahn takes strike 3 on the outside corner. The first out of the inning recorded for the Cardinals. So now in the box for the Spartans, number 12, Kelsey Corbett, taking strike 1. Very, very generous strike zone here this morning. That one was almost off the shoelaces. Strike 2 nonetheless. So Corbett pops out to the shortstop. 2 outs now for the Spartans. And Flaherty looks to get out of this one, just giving up those 2 runs. Flaherty jams Kaylee Kurtz, and she pops out to the first baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 1/2 complete, it is West Bend West 2, your Cardinals 0. But coming to the plate, you're watching W7. We'll be back. That was Allie Bradner leading things off for the Cardinals. Grounds out first pitch to the third baseman, Jesse Reich. Scoops it up and fires across the diamond for out number 1, 5-3 on the putout. That'll bring up the second baseman, the catcher, number 4, Jenna Gulig. Very quickly 2-0 to her. She will test out shortstop number 18, McKenna Gish. Gish fires across the diamond. 2 outs now for West Bend West. And Chloe Krug sneaks one under Reich's glove and then eventually goes off a Gish, and she is aboard with the 2-out single. So to clean up batter, Morgan Flaherty steps in the box looking to help her cause here a little bit in the first inning. Try to get back maybe one, maybe potentially 2 of those first inning runs. That one's fouled back directly over our heads and out of play. That one right at the camera. We're going to have to do some checking on that here in between innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Flaherty. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So after 1 inning complete, West Bend West 2, Fond du Lac Cardinals 0. They leave 1 runner on, and we head to the top of the second. You're watching W7 Live. All right, we're back here live in Fond du Lac. Had to run down and adjust the camera a little bit here. Got Flaherty foul ball, knocked the clip off. He evens the count at 1-1. In the box for West Bend West, number 9, Alexi Buskey. Two balls on a strike. Flaherty comes inside, jams her, fields it herself, and very easily over to her first baseman, number 33, Autumn Freismuth. So a little bit of a start here for Flaherty in the top of the second. 1 batter, 1 out. Looks to work ahead here against number 6, Jesse Reich. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Reich. Comes inside again, over to second. She scoops, she flips over to first. And we have 2 outs now for the Spartans. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for Spartan catcher Maya Buskey. Strike 1 outside corner, Blue says. Flaherty back ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Flaherty looking to have a very quick 1-2-3 inning here. Fouled back. That one at least missed our camera. We appreciate that, Miss Maya Buskey. And another little jam job inside by Flaherty. She fields it, flips over to first base. And a very nice 1-2-3 inning for Flaherty. So after 1 1/2 complete, still West Bend West 2, Fond du Lac 0. But coming to bat, you are watching W7 Live. Alrighty, my apologies, folks. We were fixing some cameras. That was number 16, Miley Cumber, leading things off for the Cardinals in their half of the second. She flies out to center field, Lily Hahn. That brings up number 8, Rachel Abel. She is doing the catching duties today for the Cardinals. And it is Sandoback very quickly, 0-2 on Abel. And Abel swings over the top of that one for the second out of the inning. The Spartans throw it around the diamond as number 44, the designated player, Kaylin Berner, makes her way to the box. I'll tell you what, Sanopek is working very quickly, very efficiently, gets her sign, steps back, and she is ready to go. Burner a bit underneath that. A little bit of an excuse me swing. That one out to center field. But that is Lily Hahn with the catch. So once again, very quick 1-2-3 inning. Both pitchers work a very nice 1-2-3 inning. And after 2 completes, it is still West Bend West 2, Fond du Lac 0. You've been watching W7 Live. Welcome back to W7 Live here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, just off the southern tip of Lake Winnebago. Leading things off here for the Spartans in their top half of the third will be their shortstop, McKenna Gish. Reached on a single in the first inning, scored one of their 2 runs. She pops one out of play there, and it is very quickly 1-1. That is going to be foul, but just a very loud, long strike for Gish. 1 ball, 2 strikes to her. She will reset as Flaherty awaits the relay from deep left corner field. Two and two now. The count to Gish. Looks at the armband. Blue says just a tad inside. Abel, great job framing that one. So Gish battles back from a 1-2 count to draw the leadoff walk. And it was Ava Thalen who's stepping into the box now that had the 2 RBI double back in the first. And she's swinging first pitch again, ripping down the left field line, out of play. Flaherty seems to be working in, and in some more here in the early goings here this afternoon. That one inside, and Gish will take second on the pass ball by Abel. So now runner at second, 2 balls, 2 strikes, to number 2, Ava Thalen. And she chases up the ladder for out number 1. So the pitcher, Lindsay Saddleback, looking to help her cause. Takes strike 1. And she rips one over to first base. Nice job staying in front of that. That was number 33, Autumn Friesmuth. Takes it herself, 3 unassisted. Saddleback does advance the runner over to third, though. 2 outs. And it will be the center fielder, Lily Hahn. She had a busy top half of the first inning there, recording 2 of the 3 outs. She is very quickly in the hole, 0-2 as she swings underneath that one. And strike 3 for Flaherty. And I don't know if you were able to see that, folks, but she kind of gave Gish a little run into there, a little friendly banter between the two. Love to see that. So after 2.5 innings complete, West Bend West Spartans 2, Fond du Lac Cardinals 0, but coming to bats. We'll be back on W7 Live. 7 Live. Welcome back to W7 Live. We head to the top of the fourth. This game moving right along, and of course that's going to be the death nail for things to immediately come to a screeching halt. But nonetheless, it is the top of the fourth, and into the box for the Spartans is number 12, the second baseman, Kelsey Corbett. Flaherty works ahead 0-1 in the count. She comes inside on the second pitch. Ground back to her. 1-3 on the putout for Corbett. So after a rough first inning for Flaherty, she's really settled down. She started hitting the inside corner, working up the ladder a little bit. And with the exception of a leadoff walk in the third, she has retired 7 of the last 8 batters, and she will look to continue that streak here against number 21, Kaylee Kurtz. 1-1 to count to Kurtz. She rips one down the right field line. Foul. That will send Hannah Belk on a little bit of a chase down there in the corner. And ball outside for Blue. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The count to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to lift one in the left field, and that's going to find some green grass there. Kind of in that no man's zone. Shortstop was playing in a little bit. Left field was playing back. And Kurtz is able to find that void. So she is aboard with 1 out. And that will bring up the left fielder, Lexi Buski. Kurtz fakes a little bit of a goal there at first base. Corners in for the Cardinals. And Buski rips one right up the middle. So that will put 2 aboard now. First and second for Reich. Reich grounded out to the second base in her first at bat. She will look to find a little green grass or at least get something to the outfield potentially. Looking to lay down a bunt there. Sacrifice the runners over. Blue says she went on the offer, so that will be 1 ball, 1 strike now to Reich. Flaherty looks to get the out via the K. Inside corner for Flaherty, strike 2. Ground ball back to Flaherty. She fields it. Takes a quick peek over her left shoulder to see if the runners, she had an opportunity at third. She does not. She flips over to first base for the second out of the inning, but Reich does get the sacrifice, advancing runners to second and third. That will bring up the leadoff batter for the Spartans, Mia Buski. Foul tip off the catcher's glove, off umpire's shoulder. Everyone is well. We will play on. Runners first and second, 2 outs here for West Bend. Very quickly, 0-2 for Buski. So Flaherty had runners first and second, 1 out, and she looks to get out of the jam here. And it's Buski taking strike 3, looking. Very nice job by Flaherty coming back and getting the punch out. So West Bend West leaves 2 runners stranded after 2 nice singles. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. West Bend West, Spartans 2, Cardinals 0. But coming to bat, you've been watching W7 Live. So, you're the Cardinals. Want to be. That is number 7, Chloe Krug. She grounds out to the first baseman, 3 unassisted. So Flaherty steps in the box, looking to get things going for her Cardinals. Outside of that first inning, she's done a very nice job working ahead of batters, getting ground ball outs, keeping her Cardinals in this game defensively. But it's going to have to be her and the rest of her Cardinal teammates. They're going to have to get something going here against Saddleback. She is pitching one heck of a game right now. Flaherty pops that one back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Flaherty. Just 1 hit given up so far by Saddleback, and a little bit of a maybe excuse me call down there at first base. Tough play, bang, bang. Could have gone either way. Went in favor of the Cardinals, but the Cardinals could not do anything with it. Flaherty pops that one back out of play. Good battle going on here. Pitcher v. pitcher. Saddleback tries to climb the ladder there with a little bit of a changeup, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Flaherty. So Flaherty looks to get it on any way she can here. And ball 4, just the second base runner allowed by Saddleback today. One via the hit last inning and the 1-out walk here to Flaherty. That will bring up number 16, Millie Cumber. Bosky behind the plate for the Spartans, doing a nice job catching, popping up, giving a look down the first, keeping Flaherty honest. And that is going to be Cumber laying down the bunt to third base, overthrown. Flaherty was looking 3 all the way. She's going to come around and score on the throwing error. And that is the opening that the Cardinals may have needed here this afternoon. Flaherty scores on the overthrow by Reich, who has been rock solid here this morning. Rushed the throw a little bit. You had the second baseman coming over to cover. Not a routine play for her. Throw a little offline. She's unable to get it. And that was Rachel Abel grounding out to the shortstop. Nice play over there by first baseman. Let's see, who was that? That was Ava Thielen. Throw brought her off the line, puts 2 hands on the ball, tags the runner, and then very quickly turns her attention back over to Cumber, who is now at third base. But we have 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. The count. Two balls, 1 strike. The count now to Kaylin Berner. Up and in. Blue says, good enough for me. And that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. We do have 2 outs and a runner at third. Berner's going to pop that one up. And it is going to be Michaela Gish retiring the side. So the Cardinals do leave 1 out on third base in the form of Millie Cumber, who laid down the bunt. The overthrow by Reich brings Flaherty around, and it is West Bend West 2, Fond du Lac Cardinals 1. You've been watching W7 Live, and we'll be back. So it will be Gish leading things off here for the Spartans in their top of the 5th. We are zipping right along here in Fond du Lac. Another jam job there by Flaherty, and she records the out.
Now up to the Spartans, number 2, Ava Thielen.
Ava Thalen lifts one into center field. And that is going to be Rachel Abel out there Allie Bradner out there in center field making the catch. Gets under it. Beautiful job by her. So Saddleback steps into the box. Potentially looking to get back that run, unearned run that she gave up there in the bottom of the fourth. And an overthrow there by Cumber. And Saddleback advances to second. So Cumber gives that one back that was gifted her in the bottom of the fourth. She gives that one back to Saddleback. Saddleback reaches on the air. And now she stands at second with 2 outs for Lily Hahn. One ball, one strike to Hahn. Flaherty really wanted that one. You could see that in her face. She really wanted that. A little bit of disappointment there in the shoulders. Nonetheless, 2 balls, 1 strike to Hahn. Flaherty looked to battle back here. That went up around the face mask, but a strike for Blue. I think that was Flaherty, I missed that one. I missed that last strike. I'm going to get you back on this one. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Hahn. Hahn takes time. Settles herself after a tough strike call. Swings through that one. It's going to be dropped by Abel. Abel gathers and tags Hahn. That's the 3rd out of the inning. So after 4.5 complete, West Bend West Spartans 2, Fond du Lac Cardinals 1, and coming to bat, it will be Vermillion, Friesmuth, and Belk when we come back. You've been watching W7 Live. We're back here live in Fond du Lac, leading things off for the Cardinals. Number 2, the shortstop, Ava Vermillion. She tried laying down a bunt, just fouled on the third base line. On the first pitch, there you go, bring in. Fouls that one off. Quickly 0-2 to Vermillion. Saddleback working ahead and fast here this morning. Vermillion pops that one up into the second baseman.
Now up to bat for the Fond du Lac Cardinals is number 33, Autumn Freisma.
So it'll be Friesmuth Smith making her way to the plate. She takes ball 1. Blue says strike. It was on the corner. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Frysmith. She will look to get a little something going here with 1 out. She rips one down past the first baseman, Thielen, and she's aboard here with 1 out. And back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals, center fielder, Allie Bradner. Heck of a play, or I should say attempt, over there by the Spartan shortstop, and Gish makes a diving stop to her backhand and fires it across the diamond for not quite a bang-bang play, but made it a lot more interesting than what Bradner probably had in mind. Regardless, first and second here for the Cardinals. Just 1 out. Grounder back to the pitcher. Saddleback sends it over to third base to get the lead runner for the second out of the inning. That was Gulig. So it's Bradner at second. Gulig at first. Krug in the box, 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike to her. Krug will try to keep things rolling here for the Cardinals. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, runners first and second. Cardinals trail the Spartans 2-1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Krug. Flaherty waits in the on-deck circle. Krug grounds to the second baseman. She scoops it up, flips it over to first base, and that will end a threat. After 5, it is West Bend West, Spartans 2. Fond du Lac Cardinals 1. You're watching W7 Live. We'll be back. And we're back here in Fond du Lac, just off the southern tip of Lake Winnebago, leading things off for the Spartans. That is number 12, Kelsey Corbett. She pops out first pitch swinging to the right fielder. And the flex player, number 9, Hannah Belk. So that'll bring up number 21, Kaylee Kurtz. Top of the 6th here in Fond du Lac. Things are moving along very nicely. Got going here a little after 11. Just about a 50. Probably on pace right now for a hour 10, hour 15 game. take that all day long. Very, very well played game by both teams. Pitchers are pounding the strike zone. That is Kurtz lifting one out to right field over her head. Kurtz is looking at 2. She's looking at third. Coach thinking about center and going to hold her there at 3.
Now up for the Spartans is number 9, Lexi.
So it'll be the left fielder, Lexi Buski, stepping into the box. 1 out for the Spartans as they threaten to get the 1 run back that they gave up here in the bottom of the 4th. They're looking to get that back here. Runner at third, nobody out. Buski lines 1 to center field. That is over her head. Kurtz will score easily, and Buski with a stand-up double for the Spartans.
Now up for the Spartans, number 6, Jessie Wright.
So the number 9 batter, Jessie Reich, steps in, and she will look to keep the line moving here. No, just 1 out on the board. That was the leadoff batter, Kelsey Corbett, flying out to right field. After that, it was Kurtz with a triple, Buski with a double, and Reich hitting behind the runner, doing a nice job, sacrificing Buski over to third, keeping things alive for the Spartans here in the 6th. And back to the top of the lineup here for the Spartans in number 20, Maya Buski. She has done a phenomenal job behind the plate today, keeping basically everything in front of her. The few runners that have gotten on base for the Cardinals, she has kept them close, not giving up any free passes. And it is 1 ball, no strikes to her. Flaherty looks in the dugout, gets her sign, checks the armband. And Maya sneaks one under the second baseman's glove, getting her first RBI of the day. And making it 4-1 now in favor of the Spartans. 2 runs in so far for the Spartans here in the top half of the 6th. Buski looking to take second. Throw down by Abel. But Buski is in there underneath the tag. Now have a runner at second. And 2 outs. Flaherty checks the armband. Deals. And Gish swinging over the top of that one. Two balls, 1 strike here to Gish. Oh, apologies. There was 2 strikes on her. She swings over that. Abel drops it, but she picks it up and fires down the first. That retires the side, but it is a triple by Kurtz, followed by a double by Buski, and then Maya Buski singling to right field, driving in 2 more runs for the Spartans in their top half of the 6th. So that would make it 4-1 here in Fond du Lac. West Bend West 4, Cardinals 1, but coming to bat. We'll be back on W7 Live. And we're back here live for the bottom half of the sixth. The Cardinals will look to get something going here. They are going to have to get deep into this lineup, but it has been Saddleback pitching one heck of a game so far. She has, for the most part, worked ahead, fallen behind 2 balls, 1 strike here to Morgan Flaherty, her counterpart in the circle today. Three balls, 1 strike to Flaherty. So Flaherty got things going for the Cardinals back in the 4th with a leadoff walk. Looking to do the same here. She grounds to short. Up and over across the diamond. Very nicely done. West Bend West will throw it around after getting Flaherty out. 6-3 on the putout. And that will bring up Millie Cumber. She laid down a nice sacrifice bunt back in the 4th inning for the Cardinals. It was the overthrow that allowed Flaherty to score. She goes back up the middle, fielded by second baseman. A heck of a stretch there by Thielen. Thielen stretches out to help out her second baseman in Kelsey Corbett. For the second out of the inning, nicely done there by the Spartans. So 4-3 on the putout, and it's very quickly 2 outs now for the Cardinals. Going to have a little 2-out magic here. And that's a start. That is a start for the Cardinals. Rachel Abel rips one down the left field line. Just a single.
That was Rachel Abel.
It was Lexi Buski very quickly over to cut that off before it got down in that deep left field corner, holding Abel to just a single.
Kaylin Berner.
So now the designated player, Caleb Berner, steps into the box, looking to keep the line moving. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. She takes ball 1. Gets the call from coach. Steps back into the box. The delivery. Wow, nicely done over there by Ava Thielen. Nice little backhand. Takes it herself. 3 unassisted on the putout. And that ends the threat for the Cardinals. We head to the top of the 7th. It is West Bend West 4. Fond du Lac Cardinals 1. You're watching W7 Live. All right, we're back for the top of the 7th. Game moving along very, very nicely here in Fond du Lac. Flaherty quickly ahead. Beg your pardon, 1 ball to Thielen. She has had one heck of a game over there at first base. Very busy. Saddleback's been working ahead. The Cardinals have been putting in the play, and the defense has been working very nicely for Lindsay behind her. But this is Thielen at the plate here in the top of the 7th, looking to add to The Spartans 4-1 lead here over the Cardinals. And Thielen drives one deep in the right field. That's going to one-hop the fence. Thielen thinking 2 out of the box. She has a stand-up double. So it'll be the pitcher, Lindsay Saddleback, stepping up to the plate now. First pitch swinging. That one is going to be in the right center field. Oh, nice diving attempt there by the center fielder for Fond du Lac. That was Allie Bradner. She could not come up with it. But Hannah Belk was backing her up. Very nicely done by Hannah. Just a long single there for Saddleback, and it's now first and third here. Nobody out for the Spartans in their top half of the seventh. Hahn pounds it back up the middle. Nice diving effort there by Vermillion. She keeps it in the infield, but could not get the flip over to second or throw across the diamond for first. So it remains nobody out, but now runners first and second. A run in here in the top of the seventh for the Spartans, pushing their lead to 5-1. Have a courtesy runner for the Spartans, and that looks to be number 17, Vita Seelan. And in the box is going to be number 12, Kelsey Corbett. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes here to Corbett. She checks the wristband. Flaherty will do the same. And the 2-0 offering in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Corbett. She's thinking green grass. Worst case scenario, advance the runners to second and third. Tried to sacrifice there, fouls that one back. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Corbett. Nobody out. Top of the seventh. West Bend West 5, Fond du Lac 1. Cardinals trying to minimize the damage. Spartans looking to add to it. That one fouled back out of play over our heads. And now the count goes full to Corbett. Corbett looking to get on base for the first time today. That one lined to center field, but roaming out there is Allie Bradner. She almost had a diving catch earlier against Thielen. No dive needed there on that one as Corbett lines out to her. Corbett's tried out right field, tried out center field, flied out to shortstop, and even the pitcher, 0 for 4 on the day, but battling hard in the plate. She's gone full on almost every at bat, and that was Kurtz popping out to Flaherty. Flaherty takes a peek at second and catches the courtesy runner a little too far off second base, and she slings it over there for double play the end of the inning. So, after 6.5 complete, West Bend West 5, Fond du Lac 1. They are coming to the plate looking to extend this or end it here in the seventh. You've been watching W7 Live. We'll be back. Well, if you're the Cardinals, this is right where you want to be. Not down 5-1, but you have your 8-batter and Ava Vermillion coming on the plate, followed by 9 Autumn Friesmuth, and then you were right back to the top of the lineup, trailing 5-1. No place better to be than 8, 9, and top. Looking to make the comeback here for the Cardinals. But it is number 13, Grace Weber, pinch hitting. And she fouls one back, and it is quickly 1 ball, 1 strike to her as we play into the bottom of the 7th. And Grace swings over the top of that one, and it is going to be 2 strikes and a ball to Weber. Saddleback. Looks to set her down. Ball outside. And Grace lines one back up the middle, but it is Saddleback fielding her position very nicely, like she has done all day. 1-3 on the putout. And Saddleback gets the most important out of any inning, but especially the 7th, and that is the first out. So now another pinch hitter, and that will be in the form of number 1, Braun. She's swinging on the second pitch, but she grounds right out to the shortstop. But Kenna Gish, she has been all over the place today. 6-3 on the putout for Gish. Very nicely done. And it's to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals with 2 outs. Going to have to do a lot of damage here with 2. And it's Bradner. Excellent attempt at a diving grab for her in the top of the 7th. Bounced right back a little bit later on and made a nice one-handed grab running in the right center field gap. But she is behind 0-2 here. 2 outs. Cardinals down to their final strike. And she's going to try Gish out again. And that has not been the answer today. Gish fires across the diamond for the final outs of today's ball game. Your final, West Bend West 5, Fond du Lac Cardinals 1. Game time unofficially about 1 hour and 10 minutes. You've been watching W7 Live. We're going to break the live stream, and we're going to see if we can get our player of the game interview right back. We'll see if we can't get our player of the game up here in the press box with us. So stay tuned. We'll be back. You've been watching W7 Live.